Today, I want to talk about how you could be losing customers from this one small mistake. Hey guys, Abby Johnson here with Matterhorn Business Development. I am the CEO and Profit First Professional here at Matterhorn. Today, I want to talk about a common mistake I see made not only by my clients, but when I'm out and about being a customer or client myself. And this mistake, we'll get right to it, is using technical terminologies with your customers. Now, there's a balance here where you don't want to make your customers feel like they're idiots and, talk to them in baby talk, but also you don't need to be trying to inflate your ego or sound really smart by using a lot of technical terms. Now, some people, I think genuinely that's just how they talk. They're in their profession. They use those technical terms on a daily basis. But when you're talking to a customer or client who is not an expert in your area, which let's face it, they probably aren't, or else they wouldn't have hired you, they aren't going to understand what's going on. And this problem can cause miscommunications between you and your customer. It can cause the customer to be upset that they do feel like they're being treated poorly because they're being talked down to. And there's just a whole litany of problems that can come from this. So I want to talk about a couple examples to prove my point here. Okay, so a few weekends ago, my dog injured her leg. She was taken off in the yard after a squirrel, as she does. She's actually done this before, and something happened to her leg and she couldn't walk on it and couldn't put weight on it. So I have a baby. I'm underslept. My baby was sick. I was sick. I was severely underslept. I didn't feel good, and I had to take my dog in to the vet, right? The vet ER, because it was a weekend. So I'm not feeling good. I'm not in my most present of mind. Plus, I am not a vet. I don't know the parts of a dog. I just show up at my day-to-day vet. He's great, and he explains everything to me. So I'm at the ER, and the vet on call there came out and said, yep, she tore her cruciate, and just looked at me, and I was like, what does that mean? She was like, her ACL. And I was like, okay, how am I supposed to know that the doggy ACL is called a cruciate, right? Now, to be fair, my dog had done this before on her other leg, but I didn't know this term. And this lady, just our whole conversation felt like she was talking down to me and like I was an idiot, because everything she said, I had to ask her, what's that? Or what did you give her? What kind of drug is that? Like, oh, well, we gave her XYZ. I don't know what dimethyl cane blah, blah, blah means, right? I didn't feel good already from all these other things in my life, and I didn't need another person not making my day any better, right? She was very cold. That's a whole nother like bedside manner thing. But my point is she could have just come out and said, hey, she tore her cruciate. That's the ACL. Most likely she needs surgery. This is what you need to do. But she didn't. She was not very friendly. So there's a friendliness factor here that could have been better, but also she could have explained these terms to me. The biggest time I see this, oh my goodness, is with accountants. Accountants and my clients, I have to be the middleman a lot of times, and they'll say, I don't understand. My accountant said blah, but I don't know what that means. And usually it's just over email or something where the accountant doesn't have time to explain themselves, and then I have to go in and kind of be the middleman and explain what it means. So especially if you're an accountant, let me tell you, a lot of your clients do not know. They don't understand what a P&L is, what a balance sheet or a cash flow statement is, or what it means. So you really need to be careful when you communicate to people. And again, it's a balance. You don't want to make them feel dumb. You don't need to talk down to them and make them feel stupid, but you also want to make sure that they understand what you're saying. And if they do have further questions for you, don't get frustrated. They don't know these terms. They aren't an expert in your area. I really feel this applies in pretty much any job, anything from an accountant to a doctor. Doctors are usually the biggest perpetrator of this because their industry is so specialized and they have so many technical terms for the body that not the everyday everyday person is going to know. But I want you to look at your industry and your business and see how you could better communicate to your clients in a not condescending way. Just as a side note, not to go on a tangent, this also applies to when you're training employees. You can't, have a new employee come in and just expect them to understand all of your terminology, all of your abbreviations for things that you do in your field. You need to help them learn those new terms so they can better perform their job. I will leave you with that. Take a look at how you're communicating with your customers, how you can better communicate by using terms that they'll understand or explaining things further to them. And I can guarantee you will see happier customers after that. Make sure to check out our channel sponsors, MetaPulse. They are our one-stop shop for everything for managing the growth in your business. You can get a free trial with them by clicking the link below. And of course, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.